What up, what up, what up? This is my first vlog ever. I don't know how many of these I'm going to do in the future. We'll see, we'll see. But I guess I just was doing a decent amount of reading this weekend with my extended family, so I might as well talk about it. Let's see. We'll start with this one, because this is a book that I just finished here on vacation seeing the family. We've Got People by Ryan Grimm. And yeah, it was pretty good. From Jesse Jackson to Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, the end of big money and the rise of a movement. So, yeah, I like this a lot. I, I'm not going to review books now, obviously, in this quick vlog, but I would recommend it for sure. And he does a good job of bridging the gap between progressive millennials and baby boomers kind of. He's a Gen X person and I think he does a good job. So, a while ago I finished the Bernie Sanders book, his most recent book. I do kind of want to review it, but it's not fresh in my mind, so I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I may have to even reread it so I remember everything, but I've got the Elizabeth Warren book and I'm not very far into it. I'm still in the first chapter, uh, maybe 30 pages in. But yeah, this is pretty good too. And I'm working on my Elizabeth Warren impression. Like, let me just flip this open and just see. You guys can see how bad it is. It's not a good impression for sure. I. Oh, why am I trying this? I think a lot about the risks families face. Maybe anyone would do the same if she had watched her. Yeah, it's not working. Not too good. But I think she truly is the second best candidate running after Bernie. Manufacturing consent. I'm not. I've read just like the beginning part, so like this much. This is a classic book if you have not heard of it. It is the most intelligent and strong media critique basically ever, as far as I know. It's certainly the most referenced. Um, and it's it's written by Edward S. Herman and Noam Chomsky. Noam Chomsky is still alive, and he is the father of modern linguistics, or linguistics, period, not even modern linguistics. He was also one of the leading voices against the war in Vietnam. And yeah, Manufacturing Consent, phenomenal book in terms of the message. I'll see what it's like to actually read it. But yeah, excited to talk about that one. And boom, fantasy book. Just got over like halfway done with this. Prince of Thorns, first book in a trilogy by Mark Lawrence. It is. I like it so far. The plot is pretty fast paced. A lot of things happen. It's definitely very grimdark. If you don't like grimdark, don't pick up this book. Do not, do not, do not, do not. And if Game of Thrones was made like too dark for you, but you still kind of liked it, but you just didn't like how dark it was, you won't like this. But still, I like it. This is my introduction to things that are grimdark, adult fantasy that is darker than Game of Thrones. Also, I have read like the first two chapters of the first Broken Law trilogy book by Joe Abercrombie. I don't have that with me. That book started a lot slower than this book. They're both equally, well, maybe not equally, but they're both definitely grimdark books. This one and that First Law trilogy. This one's in first person and it's a bit faster pace, it seems like, while that one has some different perspectives. I don't know that much about that one yet, so that's what's on the horizon. Those five books I talked about and the Bernie Sanders book, probably I'll talk about. That might be the next month of content of manufactured content from me. Haha, reference to manufacturing consent. But yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about my life in vlogs. I don't know if you guys care. Maybe I should have started by talking about the fantasy books, because I know people are like, politics. I don't want to hear about this. Yeah, okay. So in the future, I'm going to talk about the fantasy books first and then go into the nonfiction after. The classic One More Thing. That fourth book in The Lightbringer, whatever it is, The Blood Mirror, maybe? I can't remember. But I haven't started that yet. I will get to it fairly soon, just so I'm ready for the fifth book. And yeah, that's it. Bye.